Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Now I've made, I know at least one, maybe 2, 3 videos on attitude, and this is going to be one of those. And the reason is I keep coming in to experiences where people have the wrong attitude and it changes their life and not to the better. And so I know attitude is a very big thing, and like I say, I push it, I mention it. I know I mention a lot in videos, but attitude can determine everything about your life, everything. I say, right now I got a comment from some guy, and you can tell his attitude's all screwed up, and I'm not sure if what nationality he is, and but like I say, you can really tell he's got a bad chip on his shoulder, and that when you have that chip on your shoulder, it's going to make your life, well, it won't ever be good. You're always going to have problems, and they're going to be problems that you're going to think that other people have done to you, and I come across a lot of that in Honduras, and because it was so wild down there, and such an immoral place, at least where I was, and it was, you could see that the people's attitude, they get victimized, and they get victimized again and again. You know, I mean, their attitude is they're going to be victimized, you know. So and you know, when you have that attitude, you're limited on what you can do and what you're going to do with your life and the way you handle your life. And I told you I went out with some gals down there, and that's a good example. Is, you know, what they did was they were getting over on me. They were taking advantage of me, and so their attitude was, you know, get as much as they can from the gringo. And when they do that, it's okay. I mean, I know this happens all the time. I mean, again, because of my attitude, I'm real pleasant, real nice, real easy to get along with. And I've noticed people with bad attitudes or weak attitudes, or however you want to call it, they look at my kindness, my nice and smiling and easy to get along with personality. They look at it as a weakness. And it's always been like that, and really I don't really mind it. It makes it easier for me to whip the hell out of people, because I'm so nice, they get closer and I don't have to chase them. When I was younger, I had to chase everybody down and beat the hell out of them, and now they get closer. So the thing is, I could not believe how each and every person, I think I found one person that did not try to take advantage of me in Honduras. And it's funny because it's just little things that they do to take advantage of me. But the thing is, I'm looking for good people. That's what I do. As I travel, as I get around, as I get to meet people, I'm looking for good people. That's it. I just want good people. And if I can help these good people, what can I do to help them? And if I can help them, I will help them. And that's where the Hoi Chi, I do the body work, where I can help people improve their lives. And then, like I say, the hot spot is with the 3-man militia. I try to help people be able to defend themselves And so, but all this only works for good people. So I look for good people, and so that's what my attitude is. I'm open and easygoing, and like I say, they will take advantage of me, and that's okay. Let them take advantage of it, because most of the time, what they're taking advantage of is money, and it's and I've mentioned this before. What I've learned here lately, and I'm not sure if it's 100% accurate, but it's looking pretty accurate, and that is when someone is young, and I mean talking, single-digit years old, little kids, and they've had to steal and grab and do all this stuff for their next meal. Their mindset, their attitude is in survival. And so they grow with this same attitude. As they're in their 20s and 30s, they have that same attitude. And that basically turns into a taker. You have the givers and you have the takers. I made videos on that. And that's how they develop to be a taker. That's what they want to do, is they stay in survival mode. And even it doesn't matter how much they've accumulated through life, they still want to take more, and that's, like I say, that's their survival instinct kicks in to do like that. And it kind of caught me off guard on how that is, and that's because, like I said, we've owned a restaurant all my life, so food has never been a problem. And since we own businesses, we've had money, so money was not the problem. I mean, it's not like I was spoiled and they spent a lot of money on me, but they did, anything that I needed, they could buy. So, I mean, and so what I learned was to budget and to take care of the money that I have. That's part of business also. So, but when you are in a survival mode, what it is, you just continually want to take from others. And that's what I found a lot of in Honduras. I only found one that wasn't like that, one person. And it was a man, and that was the only thing. And I understand on the women that I met over there, like I say, they've been taken advantage of all the time. So then, yes, I'm sure they're still in the survival mode. And they still looked at me, like I say, it's kind of a threat, I guess. So that's why they want to take advantage of me and all this kind of stuff. So, and like I say, that's what they were in, that taker attitude. And like I say, I avoid those kind of people. But it's really obvious. I thought it was obvious here in Guatemala, but it was really obvious in Honduras. And but like I say, when I'm in the States, I'm able to look for people. For one thing, I can talk to them. That makes it a lot easier. And I can make it faster and easier to profile someone to see if they are a taker or a giver. And like I say, it's just a whole lot easier right there for me. But that attitude is really, and when you have that shitty ass attitude, boy, you can stay in your survival mode, and you're going to keep taking and taking, and you are a threat to everybody. And if you're married, you're more of a threat to your spouse than you are to other people. Because, like I say, you're right back to the same thing. You're trying to take from them. You're not giving. You don't understand the attitude of giving. Oh.
Hello.
Okay.
Anexo.
Okay.
Habitación.
Limpia?
Ajá.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. Gracias.
Okay.
And so what I did is I asked him what was going on. He's going to the other part of the hotel, and they're cleaning, and that's what he's, something to do with the cleaning. I don't know, but so I do speak some kind of Spanish, so I get some kind of understanding, I guess. And but then again, we're right back to the people we employ here. Just about all of them have a good attitude. And down here, the way they are brought up, it's hard not to have a good attitude. And that's because a bad attitude is kind of illegal. Remember I talked about it's illegal to fight. So in other words, it's illegal to defend yourself. So, and you can't argue, you can't disagree, you can't do stuff like that. They've been really mellowed out. The years of I don't know how the word it's just tyranny at its most is what it is. And so you can't do anything because you can't disagree, you can't do all this because you'll be swift off to the jail, or like when I talked about Cuba, they send them off to the sugarcane fields and you never come back. So it's a death for anything that the state has to deal with. The state don't want to deal with nothing. So you steal, bammo, you're gone. You argue, you fight, bammo, you're gone. So like I say, that's what I'm saying. That's what's going on in the United States. Man, I can remember, and I say I've always had a good attitude. But like I say, when you come after me, not so much. That's self-defense. When you come after my family or my business, the way I try to make a living and stuff, I get really defensive of it. And I remember there's been multiple times when the local county or the state would put pressure on me, and I'd get after them. I said I don't put up with no crap from any of them. And nowadays, I'm sure they would put me in jail for doing the same stuff that I used to do. And the reason they do that is to intimidate everybody on going out. So, and that's one of the main reasons why we left the United States, is like I say, the health department was putting so much pressure on us, and my wife knew that I don't put up with no crap. So, but like I say, I mean, these are bureaucrats. They don't have no gumption to get a real job. So they need the whole government to back them up, because they don't have enough authority for themselves. They can't project that authority for themselves because they don't know how. They're subjects of the state. So I don't put up for shit for subjects of the state. So then that's when my wife says, well, probably better we just close up our restaurant. And I said, my kids didn't want it, so I thought, okay, don't want it, good, we'll just shut it down and move to Guatemala. What happened? I changed my attitude. And so, along with changing the way I make a living and stuff like that, but like I say, that's okay. I'm ready for change. My attitude is open for whatever has to be done. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.